Well, on the offensive end, just try not to give up lobs. He's such a great lob threat. And, so just really try to take that away. And, on the defensive end, we just played the way we play. We attack the rim, we drive and kick, and, we just stuck to that. That doesn't matter who it is, guarding or who's on the floor. That's what we're going to do. So that's all it was.
Second row, left-hand side here.
That was important. We played less than 48 hours ago to close out last series. So, one thing that can be lacking is energy. And obviously, as I always say, that's a department that falls on me. I can't expect everyone else to bring that if I'm not bringing that energy. So, I just wanted to start off the game that way and try to set a tone for this series.
Draymond, Tim Cowell, The Athletic. Steve has gone with Andre in the starting lineup before at other times, but usually later in the series. Did you feel that this move maybe was a sign, a signal to you guys that this series has to start with you guys ready to go right from the start? Was that a little signal to you?
I think so. So many times you kind of go in the series and, you wait to take a loss to make that first adjustment. I think we just got ahead of it. We're at home. We don't want to start off 0-1, so that can kind of change the tone of an entire series. So that was big for us, and, I think it worked our advantage tonight.
Right-hand side.
Monty Poole, NBC Sports Bay Area. Draymond, when you walk off the floor after this game, were you thinking about the things you liked? And, what did you see from the way you guys played in general, both sides, good and bad?
We turned over the ball way too much, and we fouled way too much. I think if we can cut those two things down, which I know we can, because it's a complete focus thing, I think that'll give us a much better chance in this series of, controlling the pace of the game, just really controlling the entire series. Those are two key important factors that we need to be better at. I like that we won. That's all that really matters.
Third row, middle.
Tim McMahon, ESPN. Draymond, James Harden after the game said he just wants a fair chance that the refs need to call the game the way it's supposed to be called. He just wants a fair chance. The refs need to call the game the way it's supposed to be called. He's specifically talking about closing out on three-pointers, feeling like he got fouled several times in those situations.
I've been fouled by James on a James three-pointer before. I ain't trying to hear that. Nah, I ain't going with that one. Nah, I'm straight. Nah, yeah.
Front row,
They also
right-hand
could have possibly shot 20 less free throws. We reached quite a bit. But if that's the case, we could have shot 20 more free throws as well. So it is what it is. I think we can all sit here and complain about calls after every game. That's just the nature of the game we play. Refereeing isn't an exact science. So it is what it is.
Front row, right
The landing
side.
spot is going to be a topic for the next 48 or so hours. Do you have to go into game two knowing that, being maybe a little bit more careful around the threes at all?
No, I'm a contested shot. I contest shot. When you land 3 feet ahead of where you shoot the ball from, that ain't really my issue. So it is what it is.
Dre, Jason Dumas, Crom 4. I know playoff basketball is more intense than regular season basketball, but tonight, particularly in this series, it just seemed that the intensity was at another level, especially ramped up from last round. Did it feel more intense than a second-round matchup typically out there when you were playing?
You're not out there like, oh, man, this feels like more intense than any other second round I played. It feels more intense than the first round, but that's with any series. The conference finals is going to feel more intense than this. I don't really care who you play. That's just the way the playoff goes. With every series, the focus, it's a little more focused, and, the intensity level is raised a little bit. So that's just the nature of the playoffs. I don't really go out there thinking like, oh, this one's different than the last one or different than any other second round I've played in. It's just more intensity than the last series, which is normal.
Fifth row, right-hand side.
Colin Ward-Henninger, CBS Sports. Coach Kerr said that these two teams know each other so well. There's no surprises, really. You know what the other team is trying to do. In terms of the turnovers on both sides, I know you mentioned focus, but was that part of it, that you guys kind of knew where the other team wanted to be on the court?
I mean, when you play someone as much as we played them, you know what they're trying to get to, and they know what we're trying to get to, and you can know that and still not stop it. So the game usually comes down to more than what we know and what they know. It usually comes down to a few loose balls. Who's making those extra effort plays, who's getting the 50-50 balls, who's cleaning up the glass the best. That's usually what it comes down to when a team knows the other opposing team as well as we know them and as well as they know us.
Far back right-hand side.
Draymond, Nick Friedel, ESPN. You guys have watched Kevin dominate at times all season. How would you just describe the role that he's on right now?
I mean, he's just playing great right now. He's being extremely aggressive. And, when he's being aggressive as he's been, I don't think there's anyone in the NBA, maybe the world, that can stop him. So when he's being aggressive like that, that's always a positive for us. And, it's a challenge for the opposing team that usually doesn't go that well. I've been on the opposing end of that before, so I know how it goes.